I took Giselle to work, and then I took her package for her sister from us for Christmas for them, their family. I took that to the post office and had it all sent off, and then I went to the store. I'm just going to leave the stuff in here because I mean it's freezing cold outside, so it's not like it matters. It's not like anything. There's nothing bad because we don't really need much of anything for this next like 4 days or so that we're going to be here before we leave for Maryland. We already have food at the apartment. That's perfectly fine. I just need to grab a couple things, and now I'm going to go see Star Wars, the new Star Wars movie. I'm going to go see Rogue One because I really want to go see it, and I kind of want to do like a review on it. My channel, I used to do film reviews all the time, and I would love to do more. The next year there are so many movies coming out that I want to review, and I would love for this to be like kind of jumping off for that. There's a lot of movies like next year that I want to go see and review for my channel, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how doing a review for this one goes, and I do have some stuff to do when I get home, but I mean I'm just hanging around. I'm right around where Giselle works. I could just go to the store. I went to get some gas and went to the post office and came to this movie theater. They're all like around where Giselle works, like within a couple minutes. So I just decided to do all this stuff and just not go back home and have to come back here. So I'm going to go see Rogue One, and hopefully I enjoy it. Heard many, many good things about it. So somehow the rest of the footage for this day was lost, and I'm just now realizing that. I have no idea what happened to it. I don't know how it got lost, but I didn't want to just have that little clip. I filmed that clip on my phone, the one you just saw, and we actually filmed a bunch in the morning. Before that clip, Giselle had wrapped a bunch of presents for her sister and her sister's family, and I had taken all of those presents to the post office, and I went to the grocery store and all that stuff, and but it snowed a ton all morning long that morning, and we had to drive there in the snow. We filmed some in the snow a little bit. It was quite heavy snow, and it was snowing for quite a while, so Giselle had to go to work in the snow, and I dropped her off. And so instead of having to come back here and drive in the snow really slowly and really carefully and all that stuff, and I had to drive back here just to drive back in a few hours, I decided to stay and do errands, run around and go to the post office, go to the grocery store, and then I went and saw Rogue One, like I said. And that was pretty much what my day was, pretty much what all the morning was. And like I said, the footage was lost somehow. It really sucks. I didn't just want that little clip of me in my car, from my phone, saying that I was going to see Rogue One to be the only thing for today. So I decided to film this later on. And I guess I'll just talk about Rogue One real quick and do a little mini thought session on it. I really liked it a lot. I enjoyed watching it quite a bit. It's not the perfect movie. It's not the perfect Star Wars movie. I've since seeing it, and right before seeing it, I've heard some things like the pacing was a little bit off, and the characters aren't necessarily explored in depth enough, and the fact that we know everything that's going to happen in the plot, this takes place right before the very first movie, episode 4, and it's we know everything that this leads up to. We know what's going to happen, and there's no surprise in that. And people have issues with all these things combined, so they're if we know what the plot is going to happen, so we need to know more about the characters. We should have explored the characters more. I know some people who didn't really like the main characters all that much, and the first half was really boring, and I really liked the whole thing. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I mean I understand how it was slow in the beginning, but I didn't mind that at all. I actually didn't mind the slowness. I thought I was just enjoying the ride, and the second half is crazy cool and awesome. And the last scene, Darth Vader, best scene ever. And I really liked all the characters, and I understand they didn't go that in depth with the characters a lot of the time with these characters, but I actually didn't mind too much. I was I don't want to know way too much about these characters. I like that they kind of give us little glimpses into who these characters are, and kind of give us a sense of their personalities and the relationships between some of them, and just a lot of stuff was hinted at. A lot of stuff I felt like there was a lot of stuff there in the background of their lives and where they are and stuff, that it all didn't need to be explained in full detail. I feel like if it was explained in full detail, then it would have been too long. And I mean I guess they could have cut out some of the other stuff, but it would have been really long, and there's a lot of characters to go in depth in. I liked that they just showed us little glimpses of each and every character, and there was kind of this little ensemble of characters, and I really liked all the characters. I loved the new droid, I loved the blind monk and his best friend, the big dude, and I actually did like the two main characters, the girl and the guy, and I mean I liked all of them really. The pilot who like rebelled and then got like captured like at the beginning and like lie detected by that weird tentacle monster. Like I liked him a lot too because I mean like I recognized him from Nightcrawler, that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. I was like, oh, it's that guy, and I really I liked everything in this. And the rebel leader guy who raised the main character, basically, like he was a bit over the top some of the time, but I kind of liked that too. It was fun, and I liked like the bringing people back from the dead kind of thing they did, and bringing back people from old age. It was really interesting. It was a cool thing to experiment with. I think they pulled it off well enough, and overall I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to show it to Giselle at some point when it comes out. I guess I'll watch it online at some point because she doesn't like the theater, but I love the theater. It's one of my favorite things. I love going to the theater. It's one of my favorite things to do. But that's my quick thoughts on Rogue One. I was gonna do like a full film review of it on my channel. It never ended up happening though. I never got the chance to. I've been too caught up with other vlog stuff and other booktube stuff, other booktube videos, and which was really unfortunate because I really want to do film reviews on my booktube channel again this year in 2017 because I did it in 2014 pretty often, and I really want to get back into it in 2017. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.